Now, what shall I serve you? Shall I help you with?
Please, please. Start with the rice.
This is khichdi.
Khichdi.
Khichdi. This is
घी
khichdi.
कहाँ गया खिचड़ी में? ये घी डालते हैं इसमें आप?
हाँ, थोड़ा सा बघार के लिए. When there's bagaar being done, we have to put a little bit of
Ghee
it.
whiz. Okay.
What is the difference between this khichdi and other forms of khichdi?
People always think that khichdi is for the when you are ill. You say kya khao to khichdi kha lo, but that's a very soft and mashy type of khichdi.
This
This khichdi, we call it khichdi because it's flavored. It's got a little bit of the bagaar is in it,
Right.
and then we have it with pudina and little green chili, and also a little flavor of the turmeric.
Right,
So
right.
to give the color, and more or less it looks nice with a red dish. So always on the table, the color difference must be there.
You want to try some of the red
Yeah,
dish?
absolutely. Absolutely.
Then can I
I'll
serve you
help
some rice?
Okay, thank you. That's very little. Thank you very much.
कलर का आपने सही कहा कलर से it's a
yeah.
visual
Delight.
yeah
Yeah, I'll take some.
Yes, sorry.
Thank you.
There you go.
passing the parcel.
Passing the dish.
And these kebabs also look wonderful. What do you think? What are these all about?
Now these kebabs are keema or ande ki kebabs. That means
Keeme or ande ke kebab?
हाँ, so you boil the egg and you mince the meat with all the various flavors that you need to put in, and then after you mash up the meat, you put the quarter of the egg boiled, and then you wrap it around.
Okay.
The meat has got to be wrapped around, and then you fry it. So this is nice. So as you take a bite into it, you get the the taste of even the egg.
So shuru kare.
Please
Yeah,
shuru karo.
Bon appetit. as they
Bon
say in Italy.
appetit, yes.
भाई बॉन एपेटिट का कोई हिंदी इक्विवेलेंट क्या है? मतलब कुछ होना चाहिए ना?
Khao piyo maza karo.
It sounds good, no? Bon appetit. No?
And to wish you a wonderful meal and a good appetite.
सत्ते पे सत्ता पे था. When they sat at the table and Bachchan Saab goes, "Hiya!" So that's I suppose bon appetit for.
These kebabs are wonderful.
You like it?
Absolutely wonderful. And I'm a great admirer of eggs. So anything made with eggs, especially keema and eggs,
This is exceptional.
exceptional.
Tell me, as far as you are concerned, when you are traveling abroad, what type of food do you usually eat there?
Well, there's so many wonderful world foods. There's Japanese food, there's Chinese food, there's Thai food. But I must say the most remarkable meal that Parveen and I had in Italy was we went to the rooftop of a wonderful hotel in Rome called the Eden Hotel, where the man who exports truffles to the world was throwing a dinner.
Okay.
It was sit-down dinner. And everything was served with truffles. At that dinner, pasta with truffles, rice with risotto with truffles, fried eggs with truffles, bread with truffles. And it worked.
Really?
It was, and Parveen had never had truffles before. And I said to her, you've started at the top with truffles, with the best exporter and the best quality. After this, all truffle meals will be downhill because you will never get this much and this quality in any one place.
And what about you? Which is the type of food you like and enjoy best?
When I travel, I think the safest I've found, which I don't have to experiment, is Chinese, which kind of remains constant. Italian, yes, pizzas. What I've noticed, Indian food abroad kind of tastes, because it's mostly made by Bangladeshi people who have gone and they have restaurants. So
Not
the
always, but sometimes, yeah.
yeah, a lot of that. And
Yeah,
they tend
you're
to
right.
taste kind of similar everywhere.
Because they use, ready-made masalas. Food that is made with ready-made masalas have a different taste altogether. But of course, today in the world, there is a fusion, which is a mixture of a lot of dishes and lots of type of, styles of cooking.
Very funny incident, I must tell you. I think in Paris, and we went to dinner somewhere. This friend of mine, he was the host. So the chef suddenly calls him inside. I said, Monsieur, can you inside? So he goes inside. So he says, that baked fish was the main dish. So he says, Monsieur, the cat has eaten a part of the fish. So my friend said, okay, that's going to be the main dish. So he said, okay, you put some stuffing and turn the fish around. So it won't look, and then people will carve it and they won't know the difference. So, yes, the fish came on the table. Everybody had the fish. After some time, the guy comes, the chef comes, very worried, saying, Roxio, the cat is dead. So my friend panicked. The cat is dead. So he comes out and he tells everybody, I'm sorry, excuse me, this is an emergency. We will have to have a stomach pump. There was something wrong with the fish, so could we all. And there was a medical kind of a unit nearby. So they went to the hospital, everybody had their stomachs and whatever, they're pumping. So obviously they can't go home from there, so they came back home, they were resting, having their little chamomile tea and whatever was good for the stomach, water, and sitting, and my friend went to the chef and says, so, where's the cat? So he says, the cat? The cat is on the road where the truck ran over it.
But you know, talking of this food, once we in Venice, we were at a restaurant, and the food was extraordinary, very good. And Sanjay was with us, and a few friends, and it started raining very heavily. And you know, when Venice it starts raining, then the water goes right up to the top of knee deep waters, and you can't go out from the road, from the front. So we were asked to go out from the back of the restaurant. And when we went, as we were going out, the manager comes and asks my husband, "Sir, do you mind having some photographs with our chefs?" So my husband was very surprised that chefs here so he said, sure, I don't mind, but that he felt very good that I'm being noticed here and I'm being an actor and, you know, Italy being known. And then who come out? Two Bengali chefs. They were the main chefs of this restaurant, which makes the fabulous French food and Italian food in Venice.
Wow.
Yes,
wow.
main chefs.
So I think Indian food is going places worldwide.
Absolutely.
And the level of chefs that we have are no longer content to make the old traditional dishes alone. They want to take it a step further. However, we must never lose touch with the traditional flavors,
Yes,
which is what all these things come from generations in a family.
These dishes have come really from generations, because it's coming from, as I told you, my mother-in-law's little notes, which I used to write.
In your case, Irene, is that it's not just the Mughlai tradition. You have a Parsi background, so all these wonderful Parsi
It's a
Dhansak
mixture,
dishes.
yes. We also have all of that.
Right from the 70s, we've enjoyed your wonderful hospitality. I remember when I'd come there with Parveen Babi and to your place and share wonderful meals together with the family. And then I spent many years outside India. But every time I've come back, you welcomed me with open arms, invited me to your home, given me a
Because
wonderful
we like
food.
to invite people who enjoy our food. That's the
We
main
certainly
thing.
do.
Yeah. We'll be back soon after the break.